she don't want to stop it. Yeah, calling of the sun. That pushes to the sea, then dance upon the rising sun. Owls and angels singing, Lord, it fills my soul. Louder and louder, I hear the engines roar. Faster and faster, fingers on the turn. Tighter and tighter, on the lightning flame. Closer and closer, you know you almost so big. And the whole again. Machines make their rounds, don't care they ever see the dawn. Every peaceful flowing river, after the winter's come and gone. Yeah, I feel weak and wounded, long little second song. The old lady at the wheel, holding roses and some thorns. Louder and louder, hear the ancients roar. Faster and faster, peoples of the turn. Tighter and tighter, on the lightning flare. Closer and closer, you know your walls so thick. And the whole again.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Greetings and welcome to Old School Watch Party Sundays. I'm Winning Reality. That's Shelly. How's everybody doing
Hey.
this evening? Hope you are all living well. Let's say hello to our VIPs in the front row, shall we?
Absolutely.
Wolfram in First. Throwing out the links. Thank you so much, Wolfram.
He's on
Thank
it.
you. On it.
She's on it.
Cool Gamer. How's it going, Cool Gamer? Welcome, welcome. Cool Gamer, what's your favorite game? Which one do you like to play? I want to know. I'm always curious. Ellie, what's up?
Not much. What's your favorite game, like, of all time?
Jeez, I don't even know. Well, I mean, all time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as stupid as it sounds, I really like Arsenal. I play that one.
I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed.
Yeah,
I think my
it's probably
favorite is still Tetris.
remedial shooter game, but it's fun. It's challenging. It never stops. Hey, Mimsy, how you
Mimsy,
doing?
what's up, mama? And hey to
Welcome.
Cool Gamer Wolfram. How you doing?
Yes, and well, on the pre-show tonight, as I promised, I'm gonna reveal the mystery of the three shells because we were watching Demolition Man tonight, and not to skip past the fact that we're watching the Power Nightmares Part 3.
Part
Which is
3.
basically Part 3, which is basically going to go over the War on Terror and the whole Al Qaeda and all that stuff. So
Oh, that should be interesting.
9/11 and all that stuff. It's going to be part of this whole wrapping up the neocon rise to power and
Mm-hmm.
place as the establishment right for so many decades. Many of us were born into that. Or
Oh yeah.
You know, kids when it started, but you know, not never doing anything different. And that's why you see so many people that have grown up in our generations and since that are just completely like solidified in this idea that there's a difference. There was a difference between the parties that they were growing up with. Not until recently has there really been a difference, but in terms of you know, it being outside the establishment itself and the influence of it, the corrupt establishment, that is. So this will kind of wrap up the end of that. Well, the end of it, but I'll kind of wrap up the whole rise to power. It doesn't go into, of course, the end of it, the true end of it, because it was made before that happened. So we'll still get to see a lot of that. But then again, Demolition Man, right? Great movie. And it actually is very fitting as well, because Demolition Man is a result of a society that traded in its freedom, its liberty for security, and how that turns out. Yeah.
Yep.
Very comical way. Comical yet action packed.
Comical, action packed, and yet scarily accurate to what we're living now and where we're at.
In that direction. I don't know if it'd ever be that calm, but yeah, it seems like it's going in that direction. But there's some novelty in the movie. And we were talking about the other night, and people wanted to know about the 3 seashells. So I'm going to unveil the mystery of
I'm one of those people.
You're not going to like the answer, but
oh god,
you won't like the answer. Nobody will. And
oh no.
Yeah.
All right.
But it'll be interesting nonetheless. I'm trying to think of who was really asking for that. Let's see. Who's over there on Rumble?
Nerd asked.
On Rumble yet?
Nerd.
Nerd was asking?
Mm-hmm. And I was asking, and it was basically a consensus of, what do they do? So, because they left it so, unanswered. I hate when they do that. They're like, never touch that. Don't ever touch that. All right, well, what does it do? And they just move on to something else. You're like, no, go back and tell me. Damn it. I hate not knowing.
Right? They keep it wide open because then you're spinning. But the whole story behind it is really funny how it came to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that will also be unveiled as well. Interesting story behind that.
Uh-huh.
Some of these things that don't mean to make an impact do, like this in the Adam to movies, like, oh, I never knew that, or they do it on the spot, like they're unplanned, or they're really
they're abandoned,
and then people really gravitate towards them.
But
like that.
That one that did drive me nuts for years. I finally let it go, and then you remind me when we're gonna watch this. I'm like, crap, I still don't know about the damn 3 seashells.
Oh yeah. But we are going to I'm going to let some more people get in here, and then I'm going to unveil the mystery of the 3 seashells.
That's awesome. Wolfram swears at the ticket dispenser. Yep. I'm sorry, even when he did that, all I could think was, isn't that going to hurt? Because it's not like they're soft. It's just like, they look kind of shiny. They don't look like they have a whole lot of, cleaning power. Ugh. I don't know. But, Bud, what's up?
Hey, Bud, how you doing?
Happy Sunday. I hope everybody out there had a good weekend. Did you have a good weekend, Win?
Yes, actually did.
You did.
We had a good show last night.
Mm-hmm. Last night's show was excellent.
Had a lot of fun with that.
It was a long one. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, we had lots of good news to cover, lots of funny videos to watch. And we got to see the South Carolina primary, which I kind of forgot about at the end. But
can I spoiler alert? He won.
Yeah, we kind of knew that when we started. But won by more votes ever in the state.
Yeah.
And I think the only county he didn't win was Columbus. Obviously, again, one of those, blue cities.
A blue dot in a red ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haley lost big time in her own state. And she's really becoming a joke now.
God, the stubbornness is ridiculous. She's a parody of herself.
Mm-hmm. Really ruining herself for the future, which is great. That's what we want. The more you do the right thing, the more the bad folks expose themselves. So she's truly, your true colors are on display.
The only thing is, these people, they fail and then they fail upward. You ever notice that? Like they're shamed or they're humiliated or they're, everybody's, oh, you're crap. But then the next job they get is better than the one they had before. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how do they do that? How? Like what? Because
Rewarded for
people owe them
disrupting.
favors?
I guess. I don't know.
It astounds me. It really does. You have people who they have criminal indictments. They have actual criminal charges. They were, exiled from one country. Where am I going to go work? Let's work for the UN. Oh, okay. Yep. It's bizarre. It's so bizarre. Because we're out here scraping every day. And they're just doing whatever the hell they want. And I gotta believe that there's some kind of judgment afterwards for them, because obviously in this life they're not going to feel the pinch. So it's just for everything you do, I really, really hope that you're judged based on your life. I really, really hope you are. I hope that day comes. And I mean, obviously with my religion, I believe in that, but it's more than just a belief. It's oh God, I hope you get what you deserve one day. Because these people are just evil. They're evil to different degrees, but it's still evil. They're still they can't be trusted, and they just lie. I hate liars. I can deal with anything but a liar. Oh. But see, I never used to care about politics at all. You definitely opened my eyes to a lot of different things. And once you see them, you can't let it go. It's almost impossible to look away and be like, oh, you can't put your head back in the sand. Wolfram wipes his paws, lopes in, and howls. Ow! Sees he has a place to himself and jumps up on the bed. Go ahead. You have fun, honey. You have a good time. There'll be boobies later. Where you at, Winnie?
Sorry, I had to let Snips outside.
Cute.
All right. Well, so yeah, I was hoping some of the other people would come here that were asking for this 3 seashells explanation.
Excellent.
I remember I told them at the start of the show I'd do it.
All right. Well, you're a man of your word.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll give them a couple more minutes to get on in here. Then they'll have to just rewatch it.
Fergus is here's up. Boobies? Yes, there'll be boobies later. But blink and you miss them. But they are there. Don't worry. I have a feeling we'll point them out later. And I'll do my alert. It's my job, man. I take my job seriously. Shelly is the booby alert girl.
Yeah, I mean, they really are hidden.
Mm-hmm. But trust and believe, Winning found them.
I did find them. It's like they're subliminal, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In fact, if you guys went over to Rumble earlier and saw the trailer that I made for Rumble, they were in there. That's how fast they slide by. You couldn't even tell.
Nope.
But you have to really pay attention.
This is how you know when you have a real friend. He sent me the still shots. He actually stopped them and sent them to me. I was like, "Aw, see, that's a wonderful thing. It's good to have common interests." But yep, that's a friend. Budweiser, it's like a bad ad. It makes you mad and have to think about it. Oh, all that stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm. Knowing what I know now is ridiculous. I'm like, how long was I asleep for? But again, like you said, I was born into it. I didn't have internet. We didn't have that stuff. You learned from school, which my whole school was run by Catholic Democrats. And you learn from your family, full of Catholic Democrats, or your community, which was full of Catholic Democrats. I didn't even know what a Republican was. And when I found out, I thought they were people that looked different. I really did. because if you listen to my family or like the people around us, like you could spot a Republican, they looked a certain way. Like you just knew, like, that's, oh, look, that's a Republican. Like you just knew. And it was so weird. It was such a, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm having brain issues today, guys. So just bear with me because I literally cannot string two words together. Brainwashing. There we go. It was like the worst brainwashing possible because it was in everything. I told you we didn't have any Republican clubs. We had the Young Dems. We had the Democrat Club. You had the Democrat Parade. And I'm not shitting you. It was an actual parade. Every single politician we had was Democrat. Like it's what we had. And I was told that they were a certain way. And now I find out everything that they said that they were, that I was taught that they were, was completely false. I mean, like literally 180 degree different. It was terrible. Like the Men in Black. Yeah. Well, took it too seriously and joined Scientology. Yeah. He did. He took it too seriously. I think Scientology is crazy. I can't, like, they're like they're so extreme. And so, I don't know. They seem like so aggressive to me. It's weird. It's weird how they formed a whole religion out of L. Ron Hubbard writing a science fiction story and saying, here, I'll turn it into a religion. Oh, okay.
Right? Why not?
I mean, Jesus. That is like the worst thing ever. That's like if somebody produced the story of Jesus and made a movie about it and said, oh, you know what? There's a screenplay. I'm going to publish the screenplay and call it a Bible. And there you go. Like, I'm going to build a whole religion on that. Could you imagine? Can you imagine?
No.
And they're violent people. Lord. You can't upset the house of cards. Oh my goodness. Don't do it. Don't breathe in our direction. Dianetics. I mean, Jesus, he wrote that friggin', what was that horrible movie? The one with John Travolta.
Oh,
Battlestar Galactica, was that it?
Battleship Earth or something, maybe.
Oh, Battleship Earth, something like that. Yeah, but oh my goodness. Like I'll give them, the costuming was amazing. Like the head ornaments and like the face alterations. Oh my goodness. Like that took a lot of imagination. But this is the founder of your spiritual, community. Stop it. Bud said I wouldn't call it a religion. Well, we wouldn't, but they do. Mimsy said, haha, Shelly, that's how I look at it too, based on that book. It's strange. I mean, I remember when I first heard about Dianetics, there used to be commercials for it when I was little. You would like, we didn't have, we were talking about this before. We didn't have that many channels. We didn't really have cable until like we were a little older. But I remember like around 5, 6, 7 years old, there was always like the 700 Club that was on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good God. They used to run all the time.
Oh, yeah. Do you know where they were based out of? Don't you?
No.
Virginia Beach.
Oh, were they really?
Well, actually, Chesapeake. Yeah, Chesapeake is where they're at.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a huge campus out there.
Oh my goodness. They were always on the TV. Always.
Big time.
And I never listened because my grandma was like, you never listen to it. I'm like, no, all they do is yell. Like if somebody's always yelling.
Yep. See, me and Bud got it at the same time. Battleship Earth.
There you go. But I mean, it's the same thing to me. But they used to have commercials for Dianetics, the book get your book, Dianetics. And it was like, it was so weird because it was like, what? I'd never seen a book advertised other than like the Sears catalog on TV. and they'd make a big thing, and the book would come out of nowhere with all this like these beams and stuff, and it would like twirl around, and it was like this slow rotation, and Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. That's the only reason I know it, is because I heard it so many goddamn times. But it's weird. It's weird the things you remember. But yeah, that's stuck in my head. Then like 20 years later, I'm like, what do you mean they made a religion out of it? Wasn't that like just that was a crap book that nobody wanted to buy? Like, so obviously somebody bought it, and they bought it like hook, line, and sinker. Lord. When I first heard about the book, I suggested it to my father, and he was like, no. Because it was supposed to be like life affirming, and some of the commercials, what were they like? If you're at the end of your rope, if you've got nowhere else to go, if you're feeling hopeless, if you want to, like go on the journey, learn how to reboot your life and like revitalize yourself, read Dianetics. And it was like this. God, it was so cheesy. So cheesy. Oh, hilarious. We had good commercials. I hate to say it, our commercials were funnier than the commercials today. They were. Oh, God. Dianetics.
So, like, we've been going, let me see, 22 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We've shown nothing. All we've done is talk and say hi to everybody. And the stream was already limited. I was like,
how? I didn't curse. I don't think I did. Why? Because I said boobies? What do you want me to say? Jugs? Jugs of water. Jugs of milk. Jugs of Fantastico.
It never sticks though. So anybody thinks it's funny or like doing it to try to like flagging the videos or something like that, it never works. It never works. It never has any impact. So, I mean, I just noticed it right away and hit review. Usually by the end of the show, it's gone. So,
nice.
Yeah. Especially if you're live, they'll check it out. Like,
I didn't know that that's how that happened.
I mean, I think it can happen a couple different ways. It could be that. It could be keywords. It could be tags. I don't know. It could be just the fact that I've had controversial topics before. I have no. See, it doesn't happen to all the videos. That's what makes me wonder. It doesn't happen to all of them. So, you never can tell. The system on YouTube is old, and it was built wrong, and it's got a lot of problems and a lot of loopholes. So the worst things happen without any kind of real justice or whatnot. But that's why we have other cool platforms like X and Rumble, and on Rumble you don't have these problems.
True. True. I'm enjoying Rumble. But do you know what my stream is going to be about tomorrow?
Rumble.
No, the stream life. It's called Streaming is a Lifestyle Choice, because it is.
Streamer life. Every stream never stops.
That's right. And I'm going to explain like some of the stuff that we do. Let them see a little bit behind the curtain. But I want to talk about like all the issues that everybody's having and the good stuff too. Like the things that it's brought and everything I was never going to be prepared for until I had to experience it. Because let's face it, this is like on the job training. Literally, like you're just here's a mic, go. Like you just learn as you go. But we're always getting better. So that's what tomorrow's show is going to be about on Coffee and Chaos.
Right. So. Well, right now it's time to unveil the secrets of the 3 seashells. There he is. Okay.
Yay! There we go. He was waiting for you. You better be thankful.
Last time I do that. Okay. Yep. T-Rex is too busy chatting in Discord to come. So he's gonna miss out. It's all right. He did his part. He just has to dance for the promos. That's all I ask.
There you go. Well, as long as he puts his dancing shoes on, we're good.
Okay.
I'm excited. Show me, show me, show me.
All right, here we go. Let's do it like this.
Curious to know how the 3 shells worked in the 1993 film Demolition Man? Well, we're going to take a look at it right now.
To know how to use the 3 seashells.
Hello, all. Wild coming at you from my Curious to Know playlist. And if this is your first time here, consider subscribing, and you might be too. Today, we're looking at the 1993 film Demolition Man that features Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes battling it out in a futuristic utopian Los Angeles city. But there's one particular thing that always struck me as quite weird in this film. If you're not familiar with the story, Sylvester Stallone's character and Wesley Snipes' character both get cryo-frozen and thawed out 36 years into the future. But there's one curious part I've always wondered about the film. When Sylvester Stallone's character finally gets thawed out and he's becoming acclimated to his surroundings, he goes up and he talks to Sandra Bullock's character and says one unique thing that happens in the film.
You're out of toilet paper.
Did you say toilet paper?
Oh, they used handfuls of wadded paper back in the 20s.
I'm happy that you're happy, but the place where you're supposed to have the toilet paper, you got this little shelf with 3 seashells on it.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. I can see how that could be
I
confusing.
don't believe it.
What are the 3 shells? I have to know. Did the writers actually just pick this word at random and they thought seashells would be something that would be more or less of a joke that wasn't going to go into the final cut? Or does it actually mean something more? One of the leading theories that I could find is the toilet in the future is actually an incorporated bidet. And the 3 shells represent
originally.
angle of the water, of it being wider or focused, and also the temperature and the pressure. There's even a report that I could find of Sandra Bullock confirming this. That is what the intended use for the 3 shells were. Surprisingly, this answer is actually false, as the actual writers have come forward on a few forums to give their actual answer for what the 3 shells actually mean. Just to let you know, the next section that's coming up does have a spoiler section, and it is adult content, so I'm letting you know right now. If you don't want to see it, please skip to the time code that I'm going to put right up here for you. Okay, hold on to your butts. Here we go. When you're talking about the 3 shells, there's actually a surprising, helpful guideline that somebody printed online. I'll put a link in the description below, but I'll show you some of the pictures here. But basically, you take 2 of the shells and you use them like chopsticks, and they're meant to grab the waste that is coming out of your body, and you put that into the toilet. With the remaining shells, you use that to kind of make yourself clean by skimming away the rest of the waste that might be there. Now, I couldn't find an answer with what you do with the shells, whether they go into the toilet or if they're rinsed and reused. One would think somehow in the future there would be a really efficient recycling program if you flush them down the toilet, or maybe they get sanitized and they get used again. Unfortunately, I couldn't find an answer just for that. But our question of why we're curious to know still is not answered. Why seashells? Lucky for us, in a December 2014 interview with one of the writers, Daniel Waters, actually shedded some light on this answer. There's a scene where Stallone has to use the restroom. I'm trying to come up with futuristic things you'd find in there. I was having trouble, so I called my buddy, another screenwriter across town, asked him if he had any ideas. Ironically enough, that guy was taking a dump when he answered the phone, looked around his bathroom and said, I have a bag of seashells on my toilet as decoration. I said, okay, I'll make something out of that. And there you go. God. There is our answer. You know, it's nothing really fancy, unfortunately, but it is actually kind of unique how the writer actually came up with it, and his friend as well. This one was a fun little tidbit because, you know, it made the brain think in different ways of how the future could actually be with waste. Most things we probably would just safely assume is like the first answer, and how it would have been some type of futuristic bidet. I am glad to have finally found an answer to this, because I have seen Demolition Man a bunch of times and I have always wanted to know. So I'm glad that I was able to figure it out and to share it with you guys because I was curious to know. If you guys like this video and you're interested to see more, make sure you leave a comment below and let me know something that you're curious about, and I will see what I...
One more. Hold on. I don't know if that's copyrighted music or not. Yeah.
Mama seashell to herself.
That's gross.
That's disgusting. That's abuse. That's abuse. You're not going to tell me any different. Shell ain't using shells. Okay?
There you go.
This is not. If that part of the future comes true, I will revolt harshly. No. Oh my God, like chopsticks. That bleh. No.
Yeah, that's I don't know how that's advancement or how that, that seems like
What
it's
if
a
you
lot
have a
less
stomach
sanitary.
virus? You ain't catching
A lot more
shit.
waste.
Literally.
Yeah, and how are you gonna like catch it all in those seashells? It's like,
well, then it's all over your hand, and because there's no
they
way
must
your
have a
hand is
very
staying
like
clean.
regulated diet of I don't know how that would work.
They don't want to kiss because of bodily fluids and bacteria. And they're gonna shit in their hands. That's that's just the type of reread crap that actually makes sense that they would probably do. I like the idea.
Yeah,
I'd rather just
violate the verbal morality statute. Now there is one more thing about before we jump. There is one more thing about Demolition Man that a lot of people don't know that I found out the hard way. Oh, there's T-Rex.
Speaking of bonus holes,
don't lose it. The
go ahead, get it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's actually different versions of the movie. And this gets very confusing because the American version is the one we all saw, and it was played over and over again. I guess on movie channels and whatnot, and TV and so on. It's the one we kind of got used to. And there's a European version. Well, all the ones I see online are the European version. So you'll see a slightly different version tonight, unfortunately, and it has to do with who won the great fast food wars, right? Because in America, franchise war, yeah. In America, it was Taco Bell, but because Taco Bell was uniquely American, I guess, or not as worldwide, they were afraid that there you go. They were afraid that a worldwide audience wouldn't understand Taco Bell, which I don't get but I guess so. So they changed it to Pizza Hut, which evidently is more worldwide than Taco Bell. Go figure. I have no idea how that happened, but
I will always pick Taco Bell over Pizza Hut. I don't know. It just
and the Taco Bell part was like one of my favorite parts of the movie, so I'm looking forward to it. And I end up watching it, and it says Pizza Hut, and I'm like, I think I'm having one of those Mandela effect moments or something.
Oh my God,
the brains went. I'm like, what are you saying?
That's why you asked me.
Yeah. Yep. The franchise wars. Yeah. So yeah, that's another part of this movie that a lot of people don't know about. And I do have some other.
I didn't know about that till today, till you told me.
I know.
I was like, wait, what? It's like, that's
always learning.
Yep, every day.
Every day, in every way.
Learn, laugh, and love. That's one of my banners.
Did they get rid of those things on the side where you could like click on it and it like puts hearts and smiley faces? And because I see it now, there's just a blank dot there.
Huh? No.
Baldo Gagger, what's up?
Mine
How
is
you
there.
doing?
Hey, Baldo Gagger.
We had a Pizza Hut in Australia over 40 years. Taco Bell is new here, 10 years max. Aha. So Pizza Hut's legacy. I never had. Bimsy's never
Had
had
a
Taco
wider
Bell.
reach. Got a wider reach. They're just, changing their keywords.
She's never had Taco Bell. How about that? You're not missing anything.
No,
there's
except
this
like a
woman he
stomach
saved-
ache later.
Yep. During the sewer shootout, is the woman with big curly hair at the end in a deleted scene is his daughter he mentions when he is on Frozen. Oh, really?
Oh,
So he
holy
finds his
crap.
daughter, but it's a deleted scene. There you go. A little bit more trivia.
Oh, see, I'm gonna have to look for that later. That's awesome.
Right on. Well, I did pin
All
the free speech platform links in the chat. That is Rumble and X. We are already streaming on there right now, but at this point in the show, because this is the YouTube side, it's a kickoff show. We do that to gather up the troops and help get people excited about what we're doing and going over to Rumble and X and check out some new platforms.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going good. Good to see you around, man. Thanks for
Yes. You see what Bud said? Another example is Falkor, the dragon in the Neverending Story, is actually called Fucker, but not for English-speaking countries. So he's called Fucker. They changed his name for English-speaking scripts. That's hilarious. Come here, you fucker. I love Fucker.
I hope you have a Rumble account because we are getting ready to do our jump to free speech right now.
Yeah, come on over, hang out.
I think I should change this little outro that we do to switch over to leave YouTube, but I guess it's okay for now. I mean,
yeah.
The comic actually had her come up and introduce herself to John. How about that? The comic, they made a comic out of it? Dang. All right. Well, guys, we have reached that time where we're going to go be exclusively on the free speech platforms. That's Rumble and X. And we're going to start our feature presentations. Thanks to everybody on YouTube that came by and dropped a like and hung out with us for the pre-show. We appreciate it. The kickoff show, that is. And we'll see you guys that are here on YouTube. I will hopefully see you guys over on Rumble and X in just a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Few minutes. So, but for right now, you know what time it is.
Man, everyone's tensed up for a Rumble.